Well, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's been a while since I read any of Mitchum in his own words. Might be able to hear the rain just starting to come down. And what I plan on doing here is reading some of the quotes that Mitchum had. So it really is Mitchum in his own words. Uh, and lest you think that our Memorial Day weekend will be as crappy as they normally are. It's only Saturday. Tomorrow and Monday are supposed to be in the high 80s and sunny on Monday, so it's supposed to be our warmest on record. But again, it's only Saturday, so we'll find out. So here we go. Mitchum, in his own words, actually, as he accepted a Career Achievement Award from the Los Angeles Film Critics Association. When I was a child, I wanted to be invisible. Looks like I chose the wrong profession. And that was in the LA Times, 1980. On publicity tour for The Big Sleep. When I first went to work, I'd go into casting offices and they'd say, "What do you do? Did you ever think about getting your nose fixed or changing your name?" Then later, not too much later, they'd say, "We need a Mitchum type." I'd say, "What exactly is that?" I turned out to be the only one, which ensured my longevity. That was to Kirk Honeycutt in the New York Times, 1978. On Jail, it's like Palm Springs without the riffraff. In The Tough Guys by James Robert Parrish, 1978. Now, responsibility. That's just the point. These pictures, I can do them and then walk away from them and forget about them. That's all finished and I never have to see them. I usually never do see them. And I'm not involved. Furthermore, I don't let anyone down. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want that deep involvement. That was to Helen Lawrence in an Esquire, 1964. On fame. Had I written seriously, I would have become a total recluse. When I came into this business, I found that it was no longer necessary to bare my soul for a loaf of bread. I don't bare my soul acting. I wouldn't mind being a recluse, but it would have meant a different life for the people around me. They might like it better. After all, it's not easy living with a public freak. What else is fame but that? It's like being a talking bar of soap. You're like the Mercedes-Benz emblem, known all over the world, rather. But this one talks and eats and breathes, and look, it is going to the John. Everyone knows you, and you don't know anyone. And that was to David Lewin in Photoplay, 1978. Opening remarks he gave to the Yale Law School Film Society. "Gentlemen, shall we get it on? I have been asked what it is like to be a personage of the cinema." And then he gave a long pause. "It's like being trampled to death by geese." And that was reported by Brad Derrick in Penthouse, 1972. On film sets. Actually, I'm most at home with the grips. You know, the old-timers who have been working behind the scenes since Wallace Beery was a juvenile. They like me. Even in Europe, the grips pitched in to buy me this, and he points to a $2,000 watch. After we finished Foreign Intrigue. They know I talk a stream of consciousness, and sometimes I fall flat on my face. That was Ted Meyerson in Photoplay, 1956. Skip ahead from a few pages here. After refusing to star in RKO's Susan Slept Here. People are always telling me, "Watch it, boy, play it safe, be careful." But that chokes me off. What for? Being careful is not living, that's for the cemetery. If I ever get out of pictures, I'll open a factory selling fancy celluloid buttons marked Genius. I'll bet I sell one to every producer in town. To James Hunt in Photoplay, 1954. And on gay rights. I don't see why you've got to join something to be something. I won't join a political party. I'm registered as a druid. It's contrary to the whole concept of individualism, self-defeating. All you got to do is get people together, and then you can watch them march. All you got to do is get people together, and you can march them off a cliff. That was to Steve Warren in Touch for Men magazine, 1978. Not quite certain what that's on gay rights, but I think I know what he's talking about there. The fact that you organize as a group. I wonder if the Tea Partiers would float, being, the boxes of tea and all. Anyway, on being an actor. I'm an actor only because I don't know any other job at which I can make so much dough. Let's face it, being a movie star doesn't call for skill. And I got to stop there. This is running long, and this is a very long reply. See you around March. I always say that. May 28th.